They're wearing a mask and pretending to be strong, but you are still that soft spot in their heart. So let's do some cards and see exactly what that silent ache is that they're feeling and what this means for the two of you. So I'm just going to shuffle the cards. I'm picking up feelings of happiness, and I'm not going too deeply into it because part of me is kind of like, is that me just picking up the happiness because I know inwardly that they, have this silent ache, or is this happiness for things to come? So, pulling out the cards, so we will see. There is a hell of a lot of cards describing the current energy. And I am not joking when I say the silent ache that they are feeling, because I've got to do the strategic because of the way the card is. So bear with me. Can you see the Three of Swords? Three of Swords, basically, somebody, literally with three swords in their heart. And that's the level of ache they are feeling. Because I'm doing a reading and you guys are listening, by no means am I saying you are equally feeling that, but we're talking about them. So excuse that I'm not addressing that. You are mirroring that. You are equally feeling that. You equally have a mask on. And maybe when you're listening to this, you can take this as it's also applying to the way that you're feeling, because you're mirroring one another. This is not about just one person feeling it and the other kind of joyfully being okay and completely, fine with it. What is this mask? We all have it. We all put it on. It's the mask where you're feeling shit, but a colleague, friend, or somebody says, "Hey, how are you feeling?" And automatically we're like, "Oh, I'm good. How are you?" That is the mask. That is the not allowing the vulnerability. That is you, as in general, not you, but generally. That is when our behavior automatically, we're conditioned to think, feel that we can't show our vulnerability, that nobody's going to really want to listen. So you don't want to be sitting there, at work